My favorite memory of Daniel. I mean, I don't have a favorite memory of him specifically. That Daniel Naroditsky is no longer with us. I don't know any of the specific details. I don't want to speculate or anything like that about this, but Daniel is gone. So yeah. Obviously very, very sad. But I was thinking to myself, having heard that news, I wasn't intending to stream today, but I was thinking that, on a day like today, and this day, unfortunately, it reminds me a lot of a day back in 2020. There was this it was July of 2020. I remember this very, very vividly. Someone who I knew very well at the time passed away, a streamer by the name of Reckful, and so it's kind of like what today feels like, and I just felt like I'd rather stream, have the opportunity to try and at least talk about Daniel. Daniel was the person that I spoke to the most. Yeah, I mean it's I think it's one of those things where when you play someone when you play someone I would say when you grow up and you play against him so many times. I mean, I know he's a little bit younger than I am, but having played him online from the time he was probably like 13, 14, for 15 plus years, it's really a gut punch. It really is. You would say on stream how he was eternally grateful to you for always having his back. Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't enough. No, I shouldn't say that. Anyway, I shouldn't start saying these what ifs. Anyway, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I must admit, I'm still in shock. Yeah, I mean, I just don't want it to be true. I want to wake up and for him to be there. I was very lucky that I got to commentate alongside Daniel many times. We worked together, we hung out, we played Blitz in person, online, more times than I can remember. He was such a fine, just gentle, funny, multi-talented human, and life isn't fair. It's just I've never met anyone who loves chess as much as him and is so passionate, and it just feels like chess is a slightly less bright place today. But I'm gonna focus on the many wonderful memories that he left us with.
Till my next game. So yeah, obviously the circumstances today are and yesterday are very, very sad. The first thing I will say is that obviously, I've known Naroditsky I knew Naroditsky for many years. Like, we weren't close, but we played a ton of games against each other online, and he was always, first of all, a great opponent, but also very, very respectful, very nice. And I spent many hours not only watching his games, but also watching his streams, which were both, exciting for his incredible gameplay, but also great explanations. And funnily, he was kind of with me during two of my biggest moments in the last year when I played him. I played him famously a few games on my wedding night after, Ella had passed out, and we both, had a long day, and there had been some drinking, and she had passed out, and I was still awake, and I felt like I was too drunk to sleep, so I decided to play a few games, and I thought, regardless of what happens, it would be a funny story. And kind of because of that, I decided to play a few games when from from the hospital bed as well when we're waiting for the delivery. With the whole Kramnik situation, not only with Naroditsky, from the beginning, I would say that obviously I've had problems with him in the past, not like big problems, but I mean, I've generally, for all his greatness, I generally thought that he was somebody who had a bit of a better reputation than he deserved for many reasons. But I did feel at the very start when he was going through when he was starting to this kind of crusade against cheating online, I did feel that at the start, even though like I didn't agree with his numbers, I thought at the end of the day he is kind of fighting a good fight. But that turned on his head completely. First of all, he started to go after Hikaru, which seemed crazy. But I thought that was bad in itself. But when he started going after Naroditsky so hard, first of all, I don't think anybody thought that Naroditsky was cheating, and I know that, you know, coming from me, you know, make of it what you will. Some people will say that I have very little credibility on the matter, but I personally, like, in private, I expressed that, you know, I was sorry for what he was going through and supported him. Probably should have done that publicly as well, but I think people can understand some of the reasons why I was reluctant to sort of do that fight more publicly. And I thought, yeah, the way he was going after Naroditsky was horrible, and seeing how it affected him as well, which was apparent. Not like I don't have any more information than you guys. Like, I don't know what happened 2 days ago, so I'm not going to speculate on that. But regardless, even long before that, it had clearly taken him to a point where he was not in a great space. So again, make of it what you will, coming from me, but that was not good, and yeah, it's a great loss. It's very very sad for all of us that somebody who was such a resource to the chess community and also had, you know, a universally high approval rating of everybody he met was led to the place that he was. And yeah, it's just very sad.